Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Balik lagi bersama saya di channel Jago Neon ya guys. Alhamdulillah pada kesempatan yang baik ini saya masih dalam keadaan sehat dan semoga teman-teman di rumah pun selalu dalam keadaan sehat. Amin amin ya rabbal alamin. Pacu jalur yang salah satu tradisi dari Indonesia yang sekarang sudah mendunia dan banyak ditiru gaya-gayanya guys ya dari masyarakat dunia. Ya, ini viral ya guys, beberapa waktu yang lalu itu sangat viral di media sosial, terutama di TikTok guys. Jadi seperti apa sih goyang pacu jalur ini? Kok bisa sih orang-orang pada niruin gaya tersebut, seperti banyak para artis dunia dan para masyarakat dunia dan salah satu klub papan atas di Prancis pun menirukan adegan tersebut guys, seperti PSG dan salah satu logo dari AC Milan sama menirukan gaya tersebut guys. Oke guys, tanpa banyak bicara lagi kita langsung saksikan yuk video tersebut.
Not the only one with those little boys on my FYP who stand on those boats in like Aura Farm or whatever. They like do these little dances on the boats. It's like,
well, it's way crazier than I thought it would be. See, this is an Indonesian festival called Pacu Jalur. I have never seen this much aura, boys.
But I'm obsessed with those aura farming kids from Indonesia.
Dari Sungai Kuantan, gemuruh budaya Indonesia menggema hingga ke benua Eropa. Tradisi pacu jalur lomba perahu panjang khas Riau mendadak viral di media sosial global berkat aksi lincah seorang bocah di ujung perahu. Aksi karismatiknya tak hanya mencuri perhatian jutaan netizen, tapi juga merambah ke lini media besar dunia dan akun resmi klub-klub elit seperti PSG dan AC Milan. Fenomena ini bukan sekadar tren, ini adalah bukti kuat bahwa budaya Indonesia tak hanya kaya, tapi juga relevan dan memikat di era digital. Sayangnya, beberapa netizen dari Malaysia ikut-ikutan mengklaim pacu jalur sebagai warisan budaya mereka. Ini menunjukkan bahwa Malaysia justru terlihat makin tertinggal dalam panggung budaya global, alih-alih dikenal karena warisan unik. Negeri jiran lebih sering tampil sebagai pengklaim ketimbang pencipta.
I have never seen this much aura, boys. This kid isn't new to aura farming. He is an experienced pro.
Yeah, I mean, they call this kid the Reaper for a reason. He takes his competitors' souls.
He chose a very good spot to aura farm here. I think that's very crucial to the farming of the aura. We got Batman, who likes to aura farm at the top of buildings, and this guy, he likes to aura farm on boats.
We've seen people aura farm standing still, but to aura farm at this mile/hour, you gotta respect him.
He's in his own league of aura dynamics. This guy has won race upon race upon race. I mean, he is just collecting crown wins at this point.
And I wonder, what are they competing for here? Because it seems like a race, but I think this is really just who has the most aura.
This might be my most unhinged idea yet, but I'm obsessed with those aura farming kids from Indonesia that celebrate Pacu Jalur, and I'm obsessed. I cannot stop watching this content. And here's the thing. Later this summer, I'm going to Indonesia. I read a book about Raja Ampat. I am going to school.
Yang gue bingung kok bisa viral ya, padahal cuma goyang gitu doang ya kan. Sampai ke seluruh dunia loh, bahkan artis-artis bahkan pemain sepak bola seperti dari klub PSG itu ikuti gaya gaya dari bocah ini guys, gaya namanya pacu jalur itu guys. Kok bisa ya gitu ya? Padahal gue cuma gitu doang ya. Gokil.
Scuba dive with the giant 30-foot manta rays. It's a non-negotiable. And I was planning to go in the middle of September because I go to Seoul, South Korea every year for this art festival, a crypto conference. And I was like, oh, when I'm over there, I'll just pop over to Indonesia. But now, if Pacu Jalur is a week and a half before I was planning to go to South Korea, do I go watch?
Sebenarnya ini ada baiknya juga buat Indonesia untuk di pariwisatanya itu biar lebih terkenal lagi ke mancanegara guys. Jadi kan kalau ada tradisi pacu jalur ini mendunia gitu, viral dan bisa ditonton di mana-mana di seluruh dunia, bahkan masyarakat dunia ya guys. Bisa jadi mereka kan kepo ya kan, ingin tahu tradisi lain di Indonesia. Jadi buat di pariwisata mungkin bisa jadi banyak ya orang-orang yang kepo dengan budaya kita gitu guys ya. Ini ada efek bagusnya juga kalau menurut saya pribadi ya.
No, but like I'm being so for real when I ask this. Do I shift my vacation and try to go witness this in person? I want to see the Reaper.
Have y'all seen these aura farmers flying down the rivers on TikTok? Well, I found out what they actually are. And well, it's way crazier than I thought it would be. See, this is an Indonesian festival called Pacu Jalur, and it's been around since literally the 1600s, meaning these dudes were aura farming before we even knew what gravity was. Now, it's actually part of a festival, and it's like 4 days long, and the race is at the end as the main event. Thousands of people from around the country come to watch this, and the actual main race is a 1 kilometer distance in the Batang Kutan River. Think of it kind of like the Kentucky Derby, except the jockey's like standing on the horse dancing, I guess. Now, each boat has a crew of like 50 to 60 people, with a commander who shouts out the instructions. There's the helmsman, then there's the kid who stands on the front of the boat, dancing from left to right, and there's another guy in the back who actually makes music, who provide the rhythm for the aura boy at the front. Now, the kid up front, he is blessed by an elder before they go out on the water, giving him the oracle powers of his ancestors to go out there and dance his heart out, I guess. Now, the child you see in this video with the black hat on, he is known as the Reaper. He's like the GOAT out here. He's won so many races that he got that nickname because he takes the soul out of his competition. And well, the event has gotten so popular down there that even Indonesian LaMelo Ball has competed, but he sadly lost in like dramatic fashion, and don't bring it up to him, it gets bad. Anyway, if this video gets 100K, I'll actually go out onto the river and try it myself, so look, follow for that, I guess. Yeah.
Please tell me I'm not the only one with those little boys on my FYP who stand on those boats in like Aura Farm or whatever. They like do these little dances on the boats, and it's like, okay, get it, because I don't know what it is. It's like, why are they on these boats? What are they doing? I'm so confused, and I love it. I literally love it. If it's a sport and you just get to stand on a boat, like, get me on one of those.
So if you're like me, you're also on Aura Farming Boat Kid TikTok, and sorry, I just had to have a little laugh at all of those words being put together in one sentence and making sense to some people. Anyways, I was wondering, what is this? Looks really cool. It's obviously more than just Aura Farming Boat Kid. So what is it? So I've done a deep dive, and I'm coming back to tell you all what I found. Okay, so it's boat racing. It's a traditional race in Indonesia, and so I am about to probably butcher some pronunciations. I have looked up the pronunciations for some of these things, and they're just like not available for me online, so I'm gonna do my best. So it's a traditional boat race called Pacu Jalur. It's actually a part of an entire festival of celebrations, and it has been the largest annual festival for hundreds of years. For this race, dozens of villages make their own boats. They're all handmade and they're all hand decorated. They're decorated to show the identity and spirit of the team, and the races are run in knockout rounds that go until the last team is standing. Okay, I know what you're thinking. You want to know about the Aura Kid. So those kids are called a Tukang Tari, and they're up there to entertain and motivate the team while they're rowing away. I've seen it be described a couple of places as literally give spirit to the oarsmen. Okay, the other thing I've seen it called is Anak Koki. According to some places I've read, the dances they do actually have their own unique meanings. They go up and they dance on the front when their boat is ahead of everyone else. They sit down when they're not ahead, and it's always done by a child because children are really lightweight, they're small. If they win, they immediately get down and do a sujud syukur. I do not know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's basically like praying on the ground like that. I've seen some people in some comment sections say, I haven't seen this online in my research, but some people in comment sections say that they sit down when they're not in front, and that if it's getting like towards the end and things are really tight, the kids will actually jump off of the boat and like swim to the side, I guess, so that the boat can go faster. Anyways, there's way more information on this that you could go find. I found a really good article on the website windonesia.com that gave a really good history of this festival and some more information about the race in general and the boats, and it's really interesting, so I suggest you go look it up. Don't just stay thinking that it's Aura Kid boat TikTok.
Awas,
são duas equipes de Pacu Jalur que americana. Vamos ver, ó.
yang berada di jalan sebelah kanan. Makanya menjelang sudah pancang perisai yang ketiga berpacu di kawasan pancang perisai yang
Caraca, ele gema muito rápido, velho. Tem que ter muita força mesmo. Ó, chegaram no terceiro checkpoint agora.
Jadi seperti itulah keberhasilan budaya Indonesia asal Riau yang berhasil dikenal hingga kancah internasional. Bagaimana pendapatmu mengenai ini, Sob? Tulis di komentar.
Ya guys, jadi tradisi kita jadi terkenal ya di mancanegara, bukan hanya di Indonesia dan tetangga-tetangga di kawasan. Jadi banyak masyarakat dunia yang bisa mengenal tradisi Indonesia seperti pacu jalur ini. Itu efek baiknya ya guys. Oke guys, sekian dulu video kali ini, semoga bermanfaat buat teman-teman. Akhir kata, wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.